try not to fling your controller across the room. Or at least make sure your buddy's not in the way.
Secondary objective, destroy all enemy mech units.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most frustrating video game levels. For this list, we ranked the hardest single levels in all of gaming, not boss fights, as we have another list for those guys. As usual, one per franchise. Number 10, Waterfall, Contra. This run-and-gun action game is notorious for being among gaming's most difficult titles, but the challenge peaked here. Climbing a treacherous cliffside is hard enough as you head to the top of the waterfall, but then there's falling rocks, turrets, and soldiers constantly shooting at you while you're trying to make your climb. Not to mention, you can also fall off the screen. That's a danger too. Number 9, Animal Antics, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. This level is the longest in the whole game, and you face many challenges along the way. You must play as all 5 playable animal buddies to get through the stage, and you'll face a host of enemies like zingers and puffed-ups. No part of this level is easy, but the section where you get to play as Squawks the Parrot is particularly frustrating, because you fly through a narrow corridor of thorns while fighting the intense wind. Number 8, Stage 6-2, Ninja Gaiden. We never thought that the life of a ninja was easy, but this level was ridiculous. Even if you can take out the tons of enemies who are after you, they respawn quickly and make your life hell. Not only that, but you'll have to deal with projectiles that come at you in seemingly random fashions. If that weren't enough trouble, the level takes a while to complete, and you have a narrow time limit. Number 7, Dr. Wily's Castle, Mega Man 9. This 8-bit throwback to the early days of the franchise really went overboard with the intense difficulty level of these stages. Before you even get to take on the Doctor himself, you'll have to face intimidating challenges like lava jets, robotic enemies, and more. Even though there are 8 checkpoints, you can't save at any of them, so you'll have to start from the beginning if you decide to quit. Number 6, Aztec, GoldenEye 007. So many fond memories with this FPS, but not a whole lot of them come from this level. From the beginning, all of the enemies deal you severe damage, and you'll constantly find yourself running from grenades. And don't get us started on Jaws and his seemingly limitless capacity for damage. If any of these dangers finally get to you, you're in trouble, because you're going to have to go back to the beginning of the level if you die. Number 5, The Perfect Run, Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Yes!
The late game Super Mario levels have been pretty challenging, like Tubular in Super Mario World with that damn pea balloon, but there was never anything this bad. Here, you navigate ridiculous challenges that combine a lot of what you've been doing over the course of the game.
Yeah!
Oh, and the kicker is one hit and you're dead, and there are no checkpoints either. If you've made it all the way to this level, you'll want to beat it in order to get the game's 242nd and final star. So it's frustrating, but very satisfying if you do beat it. Number 4, Through the Fire and Flames, Guitar Hero 3. This song separated the posers from the real guitar heroes. Even on easy, tons of notes fly at you, giving you barely any time to think, let alone get your fingers to the right buttons. With all the time spent just trying to pass this Dragon Force song, we probably could have gotten pretty decent at playing an actual guitar. Number Number 3. The Water Temple. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This level is by far the longest one on our list, and it offers far more challenges than just its length. It consists of a seemingly infinite maze of switches, doors, and shifting water levels. If that weren't enough, when you're underwater, the only weapon you can use to defend yourself from enemies is your hookshot. It's a bit easier on the 3DS remaster thanks to color-coordinated doors telling players where the water level can be changed, but the infamous frustration with the original makes it really hard to pass off. Plus, when this game came out, it's not like you could Google where to go. Number 2. The Dam: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Underwater levels are often challenging, but this one might have taken things way too far. You have to defuse 8 bombs, navigate through some hard-to-avoid electric seaweed, and escape a number of other obstacles, all while under a very tight time limit. It's made especially hard since swimming is surprisingly not easy for the turtles, especially when you get to this section where the aforementioned seaweed is everywhere and gives you no room for error. Before we get to our number 1, let's take a look at some honorable mentions.
Engaged.
Number 1. Turbo Tunnel: Battletoads. Oh boy, this damn level. You have to dodge over 100 barriers in around 2 minutes, and each one comes at you with barely any warning. If you're lucky enough to make it to the long jumping part, you'll never even be sure if you made it to safety until you actually touch down on the other side. It's even worse in 2-player mode because if one person messes up, you both have to start again, effectively doubling the amount of hazards. And you know what the worst part is? This is only the 3rd level in the game. It's not like the rest of the game is a cakewalk after this. Do you agree with our list? Which video game levels made you rage quit? For less frustrating top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.